Hi guys, this is Mr. Urrego, and today we're doing the standard form of the equation of the circle. So this is the equation of the circle in standard form, where h, k is the center of the circle. If you notice, I have minus here and I have minus here in my formula, but the center does not have the minuses. So technically it's the opposite sign. Now the r here on this side is the radius, and it's to the second power. Let's go for the first example. What is the center and the radius of the circle? And this is the equation that they're giving me. They're asking me the center and the radius. So it's basically just identifying what's what. I even color-coded just to make sure that you understand that. So whatever is with the x, if there's anything with the x, that will be your h value. Whatever is with the y is going to be your k value. This is r squared. Okay? Now, again, opposite sign, right? So if you have a minus here, that means h is positive. Instead of minus, opposite sign. The k, you have a plus there, therefore my k is -4. So my center is going to be 2, -4. Now the radius, this side is r squared, which means I have to do square root on both sides, and my radius is 3. So center 2, -4, radius equals to 3. So we understand what we're doing. This is the circle, this is the equation, x minus 2 to the second plus y plus 4 to the second equals 9. Okay, if you notice, this is my center, which is 2, -4. 2, -4, okay? And my radius is from here to here. So this is 2, 4, 5, this is 5. So from 2 to 5, my radius is 3. Okay, so this is the physical circle from this equation. Now we're going to get another example here. Same information. And the question is, write the standard form of the equation of the circle with center -3, 5 and radius equal to 5. So instead of identifying the information, I'm going to write it. Therefore, you got to write it x minus h to the second power plus y minus k to the second equals r squared. Let's replace. This is your h, this is your k, and this is your r. Okay, so I'm going to start. X. Now, the question is this minus or plus? Because my h value is negative, then when I write it here, I write it to the opposite sign, to the second power. And now I have plus y. Now, what is my sign? Because my k is +5, then inside my formula will be the opposite sign. Okay, opposite -3 goes +3. +5, opposite -5. Equals to r squared. This is your radius. But I need to r squared, so 5 squared is 25. And this is the equation of the circle. Let's do another example. Now the question is, write the standard form of the equation of the circle with center at the origin. They just told me the origin. And radius equals to 7. Now what does the origin mean? The origin is, remember, where the x and the y axis intersect, right? This is the origin. And the coordinates right there are 0, 0. So let me replace 0, 0. Your h value is this, and this is your k value. Let's plug it back in. So I have x minus 0 to the second plus y minus 0 to the second equals r squared. Do we need to write the 0? No. So this is gone. So I have x squared. No need for the 0. Y squared equals 49. So this is how an equation looks when the center is at the origin. You see, there's no h or k. There's no pluses or minuses. That means you have a 0 here and you have a 0 here. All right, let's do another one. Okay, now here we go. Write the standard form of the equation of the circle, and they're giving me another equation. What's going on here? So now what happens is we have to rewrite it in this form. In order for me to rewrite this equation in this form, I need to complete the square. I need to complete the square for the x's and for the y's. You see that the y has a parenthesis and the x has a parenthesis. So I need to complete the square. Okay, I'm going to attach a link to completing the square on the description so you can double check that. Now, in general, what do we need to do? First, we keep our x's and our y's on this side of the equation. Any constant goes to the other side, meaning -9, -9. So we have our x squared. Now the 9 went to the other side because it's going to cancel here. But now let's organize this. How do I organize? I put the x squared minus 6x, and I just said that I need to complete the square, therefore I need to put a blank here, which is my plus c. So I brought this down, and I left a blank. Now let me bring the y's. So let's bring the y's here. So it's going to be y squared and the 2y next to it. Because I need to complete the square, I'm going to have blank right there. Okay, the 9's cancel, and I have the negative 9 in the other side. So if you notice we did this, whatever I add in one side, I need to add to the other side because I need to keep the equation balanced. And here with the y's, I said that I need to complete the square here, therefore I need to add in the other side as well. So let's complete the square. How? I take whatever value is in front of the x, and I divide it by 2, and raise it to the second power always. Divided by 2 to the second power. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3, and negative 3 squared is going to give me 9. So I'm going to add 9 right there. I do it on the left, I do it on the right. Let's go with this one. Whatever is with the y term, not with the square, with the x term or with the y term. So it's 2 divided by 2, always divided by 2 to the second power. 2 divided by 2 is 1, to the second power is 1. If I add 1 on the left side, I add 1 on the right side. Okay, so let's do the right side. Let's put it even lower. Negative 9 and 9 is going to cancel out, and I'm going to have a 1 on that side. Here, how do I factor this? The shortcut is x, and I bring half of this. Half of negative 6 is negative 3 to the second power. Again, please check the video, complete the square, I'll put in the description. Here, how do I factor the y's? I bring my y, and then half of whatever is with y. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, so you divide this by 2. Positive, positive. If it's negative, you bring negative. Alright, and to the second power. Now this is the equation in standard form. From here, I need to get my h, and I need to get my k, and my radius. Remember, this is r squared, which is 1. Square root, r is equal to 1, so my radius is 1. Now my center, h, is the opposite sign. So h is 3, opposite sign, negative 1. Therefore, my center is 3, negative 1. So this is, technically, this is called the general form of the equation. And I turn it from general to standard form. Let's do one more like this, and a little bit more complicated. So now we have this example. We write in the standard form as well, which is, this is the standard form. And now this is the general form. If we notice, I have a 2 in front of the x squared. In the previous problem, there is no number in front of the x squared or in front of the y squared, and that's why I was able to complete the square easily. Okay, so if there's a 2 in front of the x squared or the y squared, you have to get rid of it. Meaning, let's get rid of that 2 by dividing both sides by 2. 2x squared divided by 2 is going to give me x squared. 2 divided by 2 gives me y squared. 8 divided by 2 gives me 4x. 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. 0 divided by any number stays 0. And now the 2 and the 2 is gone. Those are gone. Now let's organize. Now let's put the x's together. So I'm going to have x squared. There's a 4x right here. So let's bring it down, and I'm going to have space right there. Oops, don't forget, this 3 goes to the other side. So minus 3, alright? So the 3 is not here anymore, it's going to be on the other side. Excellent, so let me put it in the other side. Alright, let's keep going, I'm sorry about that. So x squared is right here, the 4x is right there, and I'm completing the square. The 3, we move it to the other side, and the only thing left is the y squared. If you notice, there's no value, there's no term, like with an x here, I have the x squared and something with the x. Here I only have something with the y squared. There is no number with the y by itself. There's not a 3y or 4y. There's no term like this. So because there's no term like this, what are we doing is the k, this value is going to become 0. If you remember when we wrote the equation, we had x squared plus y squared equals 9, I believe. I'm not sure what was the value here, but we had a y squared by itself. So this is what's happening. There's no way I can complete the square here because there's no y value. There's no y term here. Okay? If there's no y term, then you're not completing the square. Alright, so let's go back and we complete the square in the x side. Again, I take this value, always divided by 2 to the second power. 4 divided by 2 is 2 to the second power is going to give me 4. So I'm going to add 4 here, and I'll add 4 in the other side. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other side. The y by itself, let's factor. So from here to here, I bring my x, half of whatever is with the x, positive 2 to the second power. Because the y is by itself, then I just bring the y squared, and in the other side is negative 3 plus 4, which is equal to 1. And now this is the standard form. From here, let's identify the h and the k and the radius. So my h, opposite sign, negative 2. The k, there's nothing next to the y. Therefore, the k is 0. That's what nothing means. And this one is r squared equals 1. Don't forget, square root on both sides. Radius equals to 1. And the center is going to be negative 2 comma 0. Okay, that's a special case. Alright guys, I hope you're learning. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, ask me questions, tell me how you're doing in math, what kind of math you're taking. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye bye.